These are 10 tips that you can do as an agent this week. Maybe not this week because it's Thanksgiving, but any week that you're going to be holding an open house on Sundays. Okay, so if you're looking for some open house tips, these are 10 tips that absolutely help out my open houses whenever I hold them, and my team's open houses whenever they hold them too, and any of my mentor agents whenever mentor agents hold their open houses also. So let's get into it right now. The first thing, pick an open house in your city's median sales price. In your city's median sales price. Think of the bell curve. Where is the majority of the buyers at? They're in the middle. They're in the bell portion of the bell curve. If you need a deal and you need an escrow right away, if you need to get some buyers in your buyer inventory right away, you've got to choose an open house in the median price range. Why don't have a listing in the median price range, Josh? That is going to lead us into tip number 2. If you don't have a listing in the median price range, stick around. Let's talk about tip number 2. Tip number 2, you can get open houses from your brokerage. If you don't have a listing, go to your MLS, plug in your brokerage's designation in the MLS underneath listing. What is it called? Listing office. Underneath listing office, plug in your brokerage's MLS designation and choose a house that's in the median price range. And then reach out to that agent that has it and ask them, hey, do you mind if I hold your house open Sunday? Do you mind if I hold your open house Sunday? And do this on Monday, guys. Do this on Monday. You need all that time ahead to prep. Do this finding the open house do this tip on a Monday. But just plug in your brokerage's MLS ID and then organize it by that median price range. Let's say Oklahoma City, for example. 285. Put in your brokerage, eXp Realty, 265 to 300. 265 to 300. And that's going to give you that bell curve of possible open houses from your brokerage. That's step number 2. Now, if you've got 4 or 5 houses to choose from, there's 2 different ways to approach that. Tip number 3, the different ways to approach which open house to choose once you've narrowed it down to the median price range. Go with the one that's more presentable. And closest to the neighborhood entrance. You don't want a house right on the neighborhood entrance. You don't want to hold the house. If it's in a neighborhood, it's right on the neighborhood entrance. If it's the first 1, 2, or 3 houses from the neighborhood entrance, don't hold those houses open. If it's 4 houses or further in the neighborhood entrance, use those houses open. If it's 2 houses that are super presentable in the same price range, pick the one that's closer to the neighborhood entrance. Here's why, guys. Here's why. When you put your directional sign out at the neighborhood entrance, and when you put your directional sign out in front of the house, you don't want stop signs in between when they turn into the neighborhood, your open house. You want them to turn to the neighborhood and pretty much see your open house right away. So pick the one that's closest to the neighborhood entrance and pick the one that's more presentable. If there's 2 in similar locations, pick the one that's more presentable, because that's going to make buyers feel warm and fuzzy more over one that's less presentable. Make sense? Item number 4. On Tuesday, worst case scenario, Wednesday. I'd probably do Tuesday. On Tuesday, worst case scenario, on Wednesday, make a long form video on that open house. Go walk through the house, give the customers a tour of the house, jump in your car, drive the neighborhood, show them the neighborhood amenities. If it's got a splash pad, show them the splash pad. If it's got a neighborhood pond, show them the neighborhood pond. Show them the neighborhood, and then jump in on a map tour and show them where the neighborhood is located in relationship to that city. But on Tuesday, go video walk through the house, video drive the neighborhood, make a map video, and combine all 3 of those videos together into one lifestyle long form video on that open house. Combine them all together, because you're going to publish them on Wednesday or you're going to publish it on Thursday, depending on what day you shot the video and edited the video. But number 4 is super important, and it's going to be creating you leads forever. It's actually going to be creating you leads forever. But make that long form video on that house Tuesday or Wednesday for the house that you're going to be holding open on Sunday. The long form video is key to not just getting you people to the open house that week, but also making you money for the rest of your real estate career. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're new to the channel, my name's Josh Barnett. I've been in the industry 18 years. I personally closed 647 deals. I personally managed, and I've been a part of, through my team, through my brokerage when I had one, and through my referral agents, I've been a part of 1,600 deals. So when I'm giving you these tips and where this knowledge is coming from, that's my background. That's what gives me, that's where I'm drawing this information from, so that you can be a more successful agent. And if you'd love to work together, I'd love to work with you over at eXp Realty. My contact information is down in the description below. Click on the link. Let's book a call and talk about how eXp Realty is obsessed with your success, and I'd love to work with you over at eXp Realty. Let's get into number 5. When you get done shooting the house tour, before you jump in the car and do the neighborhood tour, go knock on 5 neighbors' houses to the east, 5 neighbors' house or left, 5 neighbors' houses to the left, 5 neighbor houses to the right, and across the street, knock on 12 neighbors' houses, and just knock on them with the house information sheet and the neighborhood sells house information sheet on the front, neighborhood sells on the back, or it could be the city sells. If you live in a smaller city, it could be sales stats for the whole city. And just ask them, hey, I'm holding an open house on Sunday. If you weren't doing anything, would you want to swing by and take a look at it? And then they'll answer that question, yes or no. And then depending on no matter what they say, if they say yes, say great, I'm super excited to meet you, and do a follow-up question. By the way, do you know any friends or family who might be thinking about moving to the neighborhood that you'd want to invite to come also? And then they're going to think about it. You be quiet while they're thinking about it. Then they'll say yes or no. And if they say yes, give them another sheet that they can give to them early. If they say they don't want it, don't force it down. Don't force it into their hand, but give them another sheet. If they do have a family or friend, be like, hey, if you see them before the open house, go ahead and give them the information sheet. If they can't wait till Sunday, just have them give me a call. We can schedule an appointment. If I'm not available, I'll get one of my team members to be able to get them into the house. But you've got to door knock 5 houses to the right, door knock 5 houses to the left, door knock 12 houses on the other side of the street, and invite the neighbors to your open house on Sunday. And if the door says no soliciting, don't do it. Don't do it. If the door says no soliciting, don't do that. But just add 1 to it. Like if there's 12 on the street and 2 of them have no soliciting, then you're not 14 on the street. Okay, don't cut down your numbers just because it says no soliciting. That's item number 5. Item number 6, directional signs. Get them out there Friday morning. Get the directional signs out there Friday morning, preferably before lunch. You want to get one in the yard that says Sunday 12 to 5, one in the yard that says Sunday 12 to 5, and then one up at the neighborhood entrance that just says open house. Don't put a time limit on the one at the neighborhood entrance, because what you want to do is you want people to turn in and see that it's Sunday 12 to 5, and then they'll stop in front of your information sign and they'll scan your little, what is it called? QR code on your rider, because you'll put your rider on the sign. They'll scan that QR code and get information on the house. You'll be able to call and talk to them right away. But get the directional signs out Friday morning, one in the yard that says 12 to 5, and then one up at the neighborhood entrance that just says open house. And I like to put it on the turn into the neighborhood entrance side, and make sure you set it back behind the stop sign and up against the neighborhood entrance welcome sign, the neighborhood entrance name sign. Don't put it up by the road. Don't block the view of traffic. Put it on the side of traffic coming into the neighborhood. Make sure it's behind the stop sign, and make sure it's up against the neighborhood name sign. The neighborhood name sign. Thumbs up if you know what I mean. Thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. Tip number 7, when you're holding your open house, do it from 12 to 7. Guys, you've put so much work into it so far this week. You've door knocked, you've created a, what is it called? A lifestyle video on the house. You've put it out there on social media. When you publish that video, you put it out there on social media, on all the garage sales pages, all the 411 pages. You promoted the property. Don't just do it for 2 hours on a Sunday. Do it for 5 hours on a Sunday. 12 to 5. 12 to 5. The more time you're there, the more likelihood you are of getting a consumer that is ready to buy. Don't shortchange yourself and just do a 2-hour open house on Sunday. Do it for 5 hours. That's tip number 7 for holding open houses. Tip number 8 when you're holding open houses, you need to have a sign-in sheet. You've got to have a sign-in sheet. Get you a little inexpensive table, put it by the front door lobby area, and when people come in, greet them. Hey, it's Josh. I'm so excited you came to my open house. Please sign in. Smile, point to the sign-in sheet and say, please sign in. You need them to sign in. If you're doing this open house, you don't have a sign-in sheet, guys, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. If you can put more people in your database, if you have 1,000 people in your database, you have a potential of 70 people per year that want to buy and sell property. You've got to get people to sign in at your open house. You've done all this work. You put in all this effort. Greet the people nicely. Hey, I'm so happy you're here. I'm Josh with eXp Realty. Nice to meet you. Extend your hand. Shake their hand. Say, how long you guys been looking for a house? Stand there in the lobby. Stand there in the lobby saying this. How long you guys been looking for a house? Oh, that's so exciting. Here's the sign-in sheet. Please sign in, and then I'll give you a tour of the home. And they're like, well, I don't want to sign in. Say, well, why not? You're not going to rob the place, are you? Just sign in. If you got an agent, put your agent's information in there. It's standard practice, guys. Sign in. I'm super excited to help you look at this house, and I can't wait to help you find a new home. Well, if they're not ready to buy a home, be like, guys, it's for security. It's not hard. Sign in. It's not hard, guys. It's just part of the process. You're representing someone's most valuable investment, especially if it's an occupied home. Your visitors need to sign in, especially if it's an occupied home. The only time I probably wouldn't force someone to sign in is if it were vacant. And guys, this is security reasons. In today's day and age, if someone gets something stolen, they'll be like, who all was here? Well, I don't know. I didn't have a sign-in sheet. Guys, if something bad were to happen to you, the crooks might forget, or the bad guys might forget that they signed in. If something bad were to happen to you, and at least your loved ones, the police, your brokerage would know who visited the house. You're not being weird by having people sign into an open house. It's standard practice. They need to sign in. Be very nice about it. Hey, my name is Josh Barnett with eXp Realty. Thank you so much for stopping by my open house today. Here's our sign-in sheet. Point to the sign-in sheet. Here's our sign-in sheet, or if it's on a clipboard, here's our sign-in sheet. Hand them the clipboard with the pen attached to it. While you're signing in, tell me a little bit how long you've been looking for your house. Go into the buyer pre-qual, okay? But get them to sign in. Signing in is super, super important. Do not skip that step. Do not skip that step. Let's talk about step number 9. During the open house, be normal. Be normal. After they sign in, continue trying to pre-qual them. You'll know whether or not you're going to click with them or not. If you're not going to click with them, give them a general layout of the house. Be like, the kitchen's over on this side of the house. The primary suite's over on this side of the house. If you guys have any questions, I'll be here at the lobby to get them answered for you. If you had built a good rapport, if you had a good click at the sign-in part of the open house introduction, be like, all right, what do you guys want to see first? Do you want to see the kitchen? You want to see the primary suite? Or would you love to see the backyard? What do you guys want to see first? They'll answer you, and then give them a tour to that portion of the house, okay? Oh, also on the sign-in sheet, I forgot, put a piece of paper on the front door that says, please sign in case you're giving someone a tour. In case you're giving someone a tour, you need a piece of paper on the door that says great big, please sign in. I'm giving someone a tour. I'll be right with you. And the reason you do that is you want them to sign in. And then as soon as you finish giving that person a tour, you pick up the clipboard, you pay attention to see if someone's shown up that hasn't signed in yet. You go find those people, walk towards them with the clipboard, be like, hey, my name's Josh Barnett. Super excited that you're visiting my open house tonight. I don't think you had a chance to sign in. Hand them the clipboard. Okay? Hand them the clipboard. And then as you're signing in, how long have you guys been looking for a house? Ask them. Extreme curiosity. How long have you guys been in the market for a new home? Ask them with extreme curiosity about that as you hand them the clipboard and as they sign in. Okay, the sign-in is key. But going back to the tour, give them a tour of the house, show them what they are most interested in first, show them the rest of the house, and if they're super highly interested, take them back to the area of the house that they're most super interested in, or if during the tour they clicked at some other part of the house, take them back to that room saying, like, how's this house stack up to others you guys have looked at? How's this house stack up to your perfect home that you've dreamed of? You know, keep going with the pre-qualification questions, the closing questions. Be like, well, if price wasn't an option, would you buy this home today? If price didn't matter, would you buy this home today? If they say yes, say, have you had a chance to talk to a lender yet about your payments? Or are you guys paying with cash? You know, keep pre-qualified, keep closing them. That's a whole nother video, closing them. But keep doing that at your open house. If you've got someone that's ready to write an offer, be like, well, guys, if this is the one, it only takes me about 20 minutes to throw an offer together. Would you want me to do that real quick? And you can call your lender and redouble check the numbers. They'll be like, yeah, sure. Okay, what's your best email address? What's the exact name that's spelled on your driver's license? What day would you like to close this month, or would you like to close next month? And then be like, is Friday good? Perfect. I'll get this wrote up right away, guys. Go ahead and call your lender. I'll get to work writing this. I'll email it over to you, and then we'll go through it as you sign it. Be like, okay, great. They'll go do that. Tip number 9, be normal. Be normal. All of that we talked about was a lot of tips, but it's basically be normal and be a salesman, be a saleswoman. So always closing, be normal, be a normal salesman, be a normal saleswoman during your open house. And tip number 10, guys, this is the number 1 tip. They're all great tips. These are some really darn good tips for an open house. Comment down below if you found a lot of value in these open house tips. But tip number 10, the number 1 tip that agents have to do, you literally have to do this. At the end of your open house, when you boxed everything up, on your way home, pull over at a coffee shop and call everyone or shoot everyone a text, whichever you prefer. Calling is best. You can call them and leave them a voicemail. They may or may not pick up, but call them, thank them for coming to the open house, get some feedback on the open house, and then ask them, hey, I really enjoyed meeting you guys, and I think we'd work well together. Did you guys want to get together at 4 o'clock tomorrow for coffee and we go over the buyer consultation so I can really show you the ins and outs of buying a house? Or would maybe Tuesday at noon be better for you? But book the buyer consultation appointment. Call them after the open house, leave them a voicemail, tell them you're excited for meeting them, you thought that you guys would work well together, and leave on the voicemail that you'd love to get together and go over a free buyer consultation appointment to show them the ins and outs of buying a house and why other customers have enjoyed working with you and your team. You've got to follow up with them. If you leave that voicemail on them, shoot them a little text too that says, hey, I really enjoyed meeting you guys. Here's a quick video link on what the next steps are in buying a house, and go ahead and send them the video link to a full buyer consultation. And it's a video that you've put together that shows them the buyer consultation. So you're going to give them value. They'll be able to go through the buyer consultation virtually on their own. And at the end of the buyer consultation, of course, you have the call to action. Guys, I'm looking forward to working together with you and my team. If you guys think it'd be a great fit too, in the description down below is a link to book an appointment with my team and I to do a video call to get all this set up that we went over in the video. But you have to follow up with your leads. If you don't follow up with your leads, someone else is, or they're going into some other house and they're buying some other house with some other agent. You have to follow up with your leads. It's a date, guys. They're not going to marry you on the first date. You're taking them to the next step by following up with your leads. You're letting them know, hey, I'm interested. I'm interested. If you're interested, I'm interested. I think we should work together. You're following up with the leads to get the date, to take them out on more dates so that they find the house that they fall in love with. And of course, by that time, they've hired you. You guys are dating steady now. They're falling in love with the house that they're going to marry when they close on it. So follow up with your leads is tip number 10, guys. I know it was a video with a lot of information. I've kind of outlined it down in the description below, the information we talked about. That way you can skip around on the video and watch it again. But of course, guys, as always, if you're looking for a brokerage that's obsessed with your success, reach out to me. I'd love to work together with you at eXp Realty. We've got the tools, the training, the technology, the brokerage support, the agent support that you're looking for at eXp Realty. And of course, no place is perfect. I don't want you to think you're just going to be in love with everything that happens over eXp Realty. I'm not in love with everything that happens at eXp Realty all the time, but I love it more than any other. And I've been at a small mom and pop brokerage, a large mom and pop brokerage. I've had my own brokerage. I've been at a franchise brokerage, and there's literally nothing out there like eXp Realty. And I'd love to work with you, eXp Realty, so we can do stuff like this one-on-one all the time whenever you have questions. Contact information is down the link below. If you enjoyed the video, please share it with anyone else that you think could get value from learning about open houses and these 10 tips and holding open houses. Please share it with them. And if you're a broker owner or team leader, yeah, you can use this for your team training meeting once a week. You're like, oh, let's go over open houses this week. Have them sit down, play this video, and then you guys can role play and go over in detail more about everything I talked about on this video. All right, guys, see you on the next one. This video is popping up right there. It's a video about something the algorithm says you love. In this video, this playlist right here, these are 5 pretty darn good lead sources playlist that this video is a part of that playlist. This gives you 4 other lead sources, this playlist right here, that you can put into action today and start getting sellers and buyers to get more closings in your business. See you guys on the next one.